Hey everyone, in Module 2 of our Seesaw for K-5 Teachers course, we are going to be looking at how do we assign work to students in our classes. Here I am in my demo class, and we're going to go ahead and hit this green Add button at the top. You notice in the Add, when we get in this menu, we have three options: Post Student Work. This allows you to post work as a student. Assign an activity, which is where we will spend most of our time, and send an announcement to students and or their families. We're going to go ahead and click Assign Activity. So first, when we go to Assign an Activity, you get your library. These are assignments that you have either created or saved from the Community Library. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tab over to the Community Library, and these are resources that have been collected by folks at Seesaw and teachers who use Seesaw and have just shared them publicly. One thing you can do, you can actually filter this by grade level and by content area, and you can even search for specific terms. We just did a quick search for digital footprint, and we'll see a whole lot of activities. I'll go ahead and click on this one, and these are all activities that we can save and use with our students. Once we save them, if we need to make an adjustment, we can even adjust them to make sure they meet our individual needs. So on this one, we see there's a template students are going to edit and some work they're going to do. If I like this one, I will go ahead and hit this heart, and it will save it to my personal library. If I'm not ready to assign it to a class yet, I'm just going to hold on to it. Now we'll navigate back to my Seesaw library, and we'll see this activity that I just saved pop up in my library. And maybe as we look through here, I realize that I like the activity, but I'd like to make some adjustments. So I'm going to come down to the bottom, and I'm going to hit these three dots. I'll click the three dots and then click Copy and Edit Activity. That will take me to my own copy of it. And if all I want to do is add voice instructions, I'll just click that Add Voice Instructions. And then I can record my own instructions or just read the current instructions in my own voice. And I can go and hit Save when I'm finished. When I'm ready to assign this out to my students, I'll click Assign, select the class, and hit Assign to Class. Then once students sign in, they'll see that activity that they can complete. Now let's take a look at how to create an activity from scratch. From my Seesaw home screen, I'll click Add and Assign Activity. In my library, I'll click Create New Activity. First, we'll give it a title. Then we'll type our instructions. In our Google Classroom, I included a document for you that has a bunch of shortcuts that will allow you to use the Seesaw icons in your item descriptions. I think that's really useful, especially for maybe some of our emergent readers, that they don't have to read the words, they can just look for the icon that they're going to click. So once we put in student instructions, we can choose to add voice instructions the same way we did just a moment ago. We can click to add multimedia instructions or an example. So maybe I have a completed example that I want them to look at, and I can go ahead and upload that. And finally, I want to take a look at this Add Template for Student Responses. If you're familiar with Google Classroom, this is really similar to the Make a Copy for Each Student option. So what I have here, I can upload an image, take a picture, a drawing, a video that students will actually manipulate. So for this, a lot of folks really like to take a picture. So I will grab a picture I have on my computer. And now this particular picture, students will be able to draw on their own copy of. I'll add it, and I'll hit the green check mark. And hit the green check mark one more time. So now, when students open this, they will each have their own copy of that image on which they will outline the rectangles and outline the triangles. When I'm finished, I'll hit Save, and if I'm ready to give this to my kiddos, I'll hit Assign, select the classes, and hit Assign. This has been a quick demo on how to find and assign activities in Seesaw. Please let me know if you have any questions.